He came all over my sheets.
I am kind of mean to you, but in a very funny way.
Don't you have to go get your kids or something?
The Trauma Bond Podcast with Chaz
and Nicole.
Game on.
And I was thinking, oh my God, I'm so hungry. I'm so excited to eat it.
Okay, but you know that those meal boxes are only for 2 people.
But one time I said to you, I was like, oh, there was only for 2 people. You're like, yeah, but like a lot of times there's like extra. So when I got the So when I got the picture, I was like, oh, he's sending me a picture of my dinner. Like, I'm so excited. And then you were like, no. And I was like, okay, I'll just go get my own food.
When it has extra, like, so if it's a meal for 2, it comes with, if it's like chicken breast, it comes with 2 chicken breasts. If it's like pasta, that would be enough for more than 2 people. Or if it's like rice bowls, that's enough for more than 2 people. But if it's just an entree and sides, I mean, come on, use your fucking brain.
I just figured, if there wasn't going to be enough, you'd be like, oh, hey, babe, I cooked dinner from the meal box. There's not really a lot. So, like, you may want to grab food on your way home if you're hungry. Not like, check out this delicious fucking dinner, but you can't have it.
What's the difference between that and what you said before?
Because what you made my mouth water.
Okay, but I was going to tell you. I mean, I just assumed that you knew that I was going to make food. I think I even told you this before today.
Whatever. I just felt like it was because you're still bitter about the steak that I didn't share with you.
I mean, maybe subconsciously it's possible, but just know if there's enough to share with you, I'll tell you that ahead of time. Otherwise, I assume that since you don't get off work till 7, that you're going to get something when you get off work. I don't want to eat dinner at 8.
Okay. Lesson learned, Chaz. I'll just eat my Snickers.
I'm so sick of your shit.
But yeah, I was telling the girls about it. I was like, oh my God, look at this food Chaz made. And they're like, that looks good. And I was like, I know, I can't wait to eat it. Oh no.
Did you really say that?
Yes. And then I texted you, like, oh my God, did you save me some? And then you're like, no. And I was like, guys, it's not for me. I have been working all day and just wanted to come home to a home cooked meal.
A home?
I didn't mean to say it.
Excuse me?
I didn't mean to say it. It slipped out.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. This is not my home. I do not live here.
Yeah.
Come to your house. But it just felt really natural.
Did it?
Yeah, like I'm going to get off work and go home and see my fiance. I'm just trying things out.
None of those things are true.
I know. I just wanted to see how it felt.
Why?
How do you feel about it?
I don't
you don't like it?
No.
Oh, sorry guys, I can't come out tonight. I got to go home and hang out and cook dinner with my husband.
Not your husband, not your fiance, barely your boyfriend the way you're going right now, okay?
You want to hear something funny?
As long as it doesn't start with, do you want to hear something funny?
Too late. It's already been said.
Okay.
So we were really, really slow at work today. So there was a lot of downtime. So I was just trying to fill my time with stuff. So I started taking all these online quizzes of how psycho a girlfriend are you.
Did you just like off the charts?
So I took a few. Some of them were stupid. But I took one that was like pretty decent. And I am a little higher than the halfway mark of okay. Like it was like on a scale of 1 to 72, I got a
1 to 72. What a weird fucking scale.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't make the quiz. I don't really know. But I got 40, like 70. No, I don't know how it works. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm
You're
beyond.
not good with math. I can see that already.
I'm a little more than halfway not crazy.
A little more than halfway not crazy. So you're more crazy than you're not.
Hold on, let me look. I took a picture of it so I could show it to you.
Of course you did.
Hold on. I got your score is 47 out of 72, suggesting you have a moderate tendency to trust. And
is that accurate?
But listen, it was like your response suggests that you trust your partner and believe that he or she is somewhat honest and dependable. You have faith in your relationship as a whole. I believe that.
Yeah.
However, when you
but wait.
when you or your relationship faces difficulties, you may wonder whether your partner will be responsive and caring enough. Which I was like, that's
Now,
so
do you
me.
think that is specific to me, or is that specific to you?
What do you mean?
That it says that you worry if your partner will be what?
Responsive and caring enough.
Yeah.
To you.
Right. What I'm saying is, do you think that feeling is because I am who I am, or if it's because you are who
I think it's
you
both.
are?
I think it's both. So then, this stemmed into more things. And so I started asking the girls, I was like, giving them scenarios. Like, say some of them are married, some of them aren't. Like, say your boyfriend, say your husband, blah, blah, blah. Their best friend's getting married and they want to go to Vegas for the bachelor party. Like, what? Like, how would that make you feel?
Didn't you already have this conversation with them before?
I ask the same questions all the time.
Okay, I just wanted to I was like, I've heard this story.
And they were like, hell no. And I was like, but you can't tell your person that they can't go to their best friend's bachelor party.
Yeah.
Like, because think about it. I was like, think about it from, like, you're doing, like, fuck no, he's not going to Vegas. I know what they do in Vegas, blah, blah, blah. But if your best friend was getting engaged and she wanted to go to Vegas, you would be fucking pissed if your boyfriend or fiance or whatever was like, no. So I was like, okay, so that's that. What if your boyfriend or your fiance or husband, whatever, was like, I'm going to...
I love how you just keep upgrading these titles. Like, you're like, I mean, your boyfriend, fiance, husband, it's all the same.
Yeah, basically.
It's not.
Basically. That's why I put in my survey today, basically a year. Like,
I saw that.
So I was like, what if they were like, oh, me and my guy friends are going to Miami for the weekend? And of course, they were like, fuck no. And I was like, I think if I did that, I think my boyfriend would be mad. Would you?
If you went to Miami.
If I was like, oh, I'll just pick a couple of my friends, like me and my sister and another one of our friends, like the three of us are going to go to Panama or whatever for the week.
Panama and Miami are not the same.
Whatever. One of them. I don't care. Whatever. I don't know. Which one's worse?
Miami.
Okay, so we're going to Miami. Like, what would you say?
It was your sister and someone else?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't care.
What if it was just two of my friends?
Depends on the friends.
Really?
Yes.
I feel like that's so weird.
Well, some of your friends would encourage you to do things that you shouldn't do. I don't think that your sister would be one of them.
Yikes. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Just kidding. So, yeah, I was like, I was asking the one girl, she has a boyfriend. Like, I was like, what would you, and she was like, no, I'm going with you. And I was like, has your boyfriend ever done anything to you?
That's psychotic, by the way. I'm going with you.
That's what I would say.
I know it's what you would say.
But I was like, Child's better fucking not go to the beach. He doesn't even like the beach. If he goes with other people, I'll slap the shit out of him. He won't even go with me. Fuck, I will kill you.
That's a fair argument of, like, if it's not something you would do with your significant other, you shouldn't. But at the same time, like, if it's one of my best friend's bachelor party and that's what he wants to do for his bachelor party, then...
That's the difference, though, okay?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like bachelorette parties, like, stuff like that, you just have to suck it up.
Yeah, you have to do what they want to do.
Yeah, and, well, your significant other has to suck it up because you can't tell somebody, no, you can't go to your best friend's bachelor party. Like
it's just super controlling.
I mean, yeah, but whatever. But anyway, so I was asking.
Is that not what your issue is with it? Is not the control part of it?
I mean, yeah, it's controlling, but like whatever. Like you can't help how you feel. Like you're still gonna be bummed that they're going. You know? So then, I asked the one girl, I was like, has your boyfriend ever done anything to you to betray your trust? And she was like, no. And I was like, so why do you think you feel that way? Like, I'm like really.
Well, now you're being a therapist.
Well, I'm really starting because I'm wondering why I do. Because you know me. I'm a little.
Oh, I know.
And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
But I think it's like, it's just because you just don't truly know. You just don't truly know that other person.
So now you're speaking what I'm speaking, and now it's coming full circle.
And but like, I also think too that because you know me, I overthink everything. And
literally everything.
I looked it up today because, like I said, I had a lot of downtime. I was like, how to help yourself not overthink everything. And so I was reading all about it. And it was saying that, like, the reason that you overthink things is because you have been hurt so many times that you just think of the worst possible scenario to kind of, like, cushion the blow when it actually happens.
Yeah.
Which, like I said, the times that I've been cheated on by people, most of the times was me like, I didn't see it coming. So I think that hurt even more. And so then I was like, well, if I tell Chaz like, oh, I trust you, then, you know, and I don't see it coming, then it's going to happen. So then I'm like, I know you're out right now. Probably fucking someone.
Oh, wow.
But that's the thing. Like, I don't think that you would go fuck somebody else, or like, I don't know. That's what I was telling somebody today. They're like, do you think he would ever cheat on you? And I was like, I don't know if he would physically cheat on me.
You think I would emotionally cheat on you?
If you were going to cheat on me, I think you would like, it would be something where like you would be like talking to a girl and you knew good and well that it was too flirtatious, but you let it happen.
Oh, I thought you meant like I would have like a relationship with a girl, but like not a physical one,
No.
I was like, that sounds awful.
No, like all you do is talk about your feelings.
Yeah.
No. I just meant like you would like meet somebody or run into somebody and like strike up a like friendship type thing, and like you would start talking to her like kind of how me and you were talking at the beginning, and that you knew in your heart that if I did it to you, it would hurt you, but you would like just keep it a secret from me. Like I think if you were gonna cheat on me, that's what you would do. But is that cheating?
I was just gonna say, is that cheating?
To me, yeah. I think honestly, if it was like a drunken night and you were just like, oh my God, hammered, and like you made out with somebody, I don't think that would hurt me as much as if I found out that like you were like literally talking to some girl like every single day and like you guys were just like super flirty and
then that just goes back to kind of the intent behind it. Like if you're drunk and it happens, that's just one thing versus like the making the conscious effort to do it.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think like if you slipped up and you just like made out with some rando girl because you were hammered, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm breaking up with you. Okay. Don't get it twisted. Sure. But I'm just saying like, I think like if I found out that you were like having some kind of like, you know, what, like communication with a girl, like, and it was like, I don't know, you know what is and isn't wrong. You know what I mean? And then I was just thinking, you know, I just really hope that Chaz like does like when he's doing things and, you know, talking to people, like I really hope that he like has in his mind, would I be mad if Nicole did this to me? And if it is yes, then like you just don't do it.
Well, see, that's the difference though.
What?
Is that there would be things where I'm like, if Nicole did this, I wouldn't be mad, and then you'd still be mad. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter. Okay,
well then let me rephrase it. I know Nicole would be mad about this, so I just shouldn't do it because like I don't want to hurt her feelings.
That's probably closer than would I be mad if Nicole did this.
But I also like, we've had our fair share of like trust issues, but I also wonder like, I wonder if you're more like on your side about things because like I don't do those things.
No. I'm more on my side of things because I know my intent behind it, and if you did it, I wouldn't believe your intent behind it.
But that's not fair.
Oh,
because that's how I feel.
Say that it was fair. I'm just telling you.
But that's what I'm saying though, like because then that's not fair because I know my intent behind things, whereas I don't know yours. So like if you do it, then I'm in that same boat. Like if I did it, I would probably defend it. Like if I did something that made you mad and you were like, hey, I don't like this, I'd probably defend it a little bit. Like why? Like are you mad about this? It's stupid. But that's what I'm saying. Like even though like it was honest to God innocent, like that's what I'm saying. Like if the role, like you know what I mean? Like that's how I feel when the roles are reversed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're saying the same thing.
Are we?
Yeah, we are.
But yeah, so then I was just like reading all this stuff today, like how to fix myself. Like how do I fix myself? I need to see a psychiatrist. Just kidding. I don't.
I mean, you do for a multitude of reasons.
No, but listen, I was like, at least I could admit to it. Like I admit that like I have a lot of trust issues and like I overthink things. Mm-hmm. And so I think like a part of my problem is like I just feel like my entire life revolves around you, that when yours doesn't revolve around me, I just like it just irritates me. So I think
there's like one-off occasions every once in a while where I get a slight break and it's not 100% about you and it fucking breaks your world.
Yeah, because like I just don't. So I was like, I need to get a life outside of Chaz.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I need to start like hanging out with my friends more. But
okay.
That makes you sad, doesn't it?
It doesn't make me sad, no.
A little bit, like
sure, a little bit.
But like I was just like, like I don't know. And I guess it just also like if you went out and I went out like on the same night, and I'm not stuck sitting at home like with my kids.
Okay, but you do it to me and it's supposed to be fine, but if I do it to you, then it's unacceptable because you've done it several times.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. Well, here's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Okay, like I know like with some things, like it's kind of like I like throw it at you last minute, like, oh, by the way, tomorrow I'm doing this or like whatever. So like, for instance, next weekend, I'm pretty sure the girls at my work are planning like a big girls' night on Saturday. But see, I'm going to give you like a week's notice so that if you want to make plans and you're not stuck sitting at home.
I feel like if I make plans, first of all, there's a list of places I can't go because you don't like, which is bullshit.
Place?
It's the only place that I want to go.
I know, but I don't like it.
So then that means that I go somewhere else, and if I go and if I'm out 5 minutes later than you are, you're going to have a fucking problem.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is like, you know, like I'm going to work on it.
Okay.
That's my point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not buying that bullshit.
Okay,
You're going to be, you're going to be angry, especially if it's like the girls' night just wasn't fun, and then you come back early, or let's just say it just ends earlier, and then you text me and I'm like, oh, I'm still out. You're going to be pissed off.
No.
Okay, Nicole.
I don't think so.
Okay. Okay. You can lie to yourself all you want, but I know the truth.
Because I'm staying out later than you. For sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Nope.
I'm just saying. I read a lot of things today.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my God, like, you need to work on yourself.
Okay. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, we'll keep you guys updated.
Yeah.
So then that spiraled into the newlywed game. You know that game?
Sure.
Where you ask, it's like, how much do you know about each other? And I was like reading some questions and I was like, I don't fucking know Jazz at all. Like, I don't know what the answer is. Like, okay, like one.
If it was about my penis, then you'd have all the answers.
100%.
Yeah.
Like what's the circumference?
Yeah.
What's the radius? Like,
Wow.
I got a protractor.
Okay.
Just kidding.
You're making angles for some reason?
I don't know.
Do you know what a protractor is?
What's the thing that it's like the half circle and it's how you.
Yeah, it's a protractor.
That's how you find radius.
And angles.
Yeah, but I'm just. Okay. But it was like, would you rather feel like a potato or look like a potato?
Would I rather?
I don't know.
I'm asking you, is this a question of what
I'm asking you. Like, I don't know what
do?
the answer is. I think you'd rather feel like a potato than look like a potato.
What does a potato feel like?
I just burped. You know, like when you eat like a lot of food and like you're just like, ugh.
Versus just being round?
Like if you looked like a potato, you would look like a fat. Like you'd be fat like a potato. But like if you were feeling like a potato, like you just feel like fattening and carbohydrates. I don't know what's in potatoes.
I get what you're saying, but how long? Is it just for a day? Is it
forever?
That's just how I always feel.
You'd rather look it?
I'd rather look it, yeah.
That's interesting. I really was wrong about see, I don't know any of these answers. I just I started reading all these questions and I was like, oh my God. Oh, like
I mean, why would I want to feel like that feeling when you like eat too much is a terrible fucking feeling. I wouldn't want to feel like that always.
Okay, like
I'd much rather be round.
Beach or mountains? You would be mountains.
Yeah, all
okay.
day.
Woo! Woo!
No.
Nicole won.
Okay.
Or like, what's your favorite dessert? I don't know.
Is there a list or you just got to pick one?
Pick one.
What would be your guess?
Ice cream?
Ice cream, I mean, sure, but
Donuts?
I feel like you'd have to be like specific on ice cream. I don't think you can just say
cookie
ice
dough?
cream. I'd probably say that my favorite dessert was probably cheesecake.
That's mine.
Is it?
Did you know that?
No, because I don't know anything about you.
All we do is fuck. We have no conversation.
It's like, what? I'm learning so much about you just now.
Mine is cheesecake too. There was this one today. I saw this question and oh God, I sent all these quizzes to myself so I could quiz you later.
Wow.
But it was like,
it's going to be a very fun night.
Shut up. Okay. I can't remember what it was, but like, what's your biggest pet peeve? Me.
Yeah. It's 100% going to be Nicole Taverdic.
When I joke too much and okay. But for real, what's your biggest pet peeve?
I don't know that I have a biggest pet peeve. I think it just depends on like a situation, but mostly stupid people.
Great. I'm
I say
fucking out.
stupid in the way of like common sense stupid, not like book smart stupid.
Great.
Yeah.
You didn't make me feel any
No, I
better.
wasn't making you feel better. I was just explaining to you what I meant. I've made a post about it where it said that my toxic trait is
Something about people with common sense. I saw.
Yeah, it was like expecting
And I was like,
people
why don't you just tag
to
me in
have
it?
common sense and getting mad when they don't.
Why don't you just tag me in it?
Well,
Okay. Like, what do you love about me?
you already know the answer to that. I
My
love everything
vagina.
about you. Oh,
You're so stupid. Like, I don't know any of these things. I feel like we need to start quizzing each other on these things. Like what's a food you can't live without?
a food that I can't live without.
Yeah.
There's nothing that I could go and like. I just eat this. Wings, maybe.
What's the most annoying thing that I do to you?
Breathe mostly. I'm kidding.
You're fucking funny tonight, aren't you? Like, what is it? Like, what?
The most annoying thing that you do to me?
As I say, do you want me to tell you something funny?
No, that's not the most annoying.
Oh, God. It's going to take you a minute to
Yeah,
get down the
that's
list.
a long list. Yeah, I have no idea what I would deem to be the most annoying. You actually don't like annoy me to that level where I would be like, this is the most obnoxious, annoying thing that you do.
Oh, I disagree.
Why?
Because I feel like I do a lot of things that super annoy you.
Nothing that super annoys me. No, it's enough to like annoy me to tell you to like get out of my face, and then that's it. I'm not like sitting there like, why am I with her? She annoys the fuck out of me every day.
I think like this doesn't like super annoy me, but I've noticed it about you, and it annoys me a little bit because I'm just like, shut the fuck up. But you do it a lot, and I noticed it like recently, like a lot. But I'll tell you something, and you'll say, that doesn't surprise me. And I'm like, nothing surprises you, like ever, okay? Like you're
Well,
just
yeah,
like no surprises.
Well,
and I'm just like, shut the fuck up.
yeah,
You didn't
it's
see it coming
because
either.
I do, and that is probably what annoys most people about me is that I'll see shit coming on a show or a movie or something. I'll say it before it happens.
You do it all the time. Though.
I
Like,
know.
that doesn't surprise me. I mean, I'll be like, yeah, so I stubbed my toe earlier. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, you're fucking clumsy. I'm not surprised that you stubbed your fucking
Oh my God,
toe.
I ate this really good steak earlier. Doesn't surprise me. Like,
Every steak you eat is delicious. Yeah, again, doesn't surprise me.
like, I know the answer to this one. It's like, if they could be anything in the world, what would they be? And it would be Nicole's husband.
No, that's not gonna be
It's like
it.
up there.
That
It might not be number
is-
one, but it's up there. It's up there
not
high.
on the list.
Yes, it is.
So the thing that I had posted said my toxic trait is that I expect people to have common sense and I get mad when they don't.
Yeah, so
That's
me.
It's not you.
I know this one, though, is are you a dog person or a cat person? You're not a cat person.
Cats all day.
Yep.
Love cats.
Definitely not.
Cats are my favorite.
Yeah. There's like one, like, what's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done?
Hold hands with you in public.
Oh my God, I was just talking about that the other day that you don't.
Fucking hate it.
I know, and you did it one time when we had COVID and we were walking into Publix.
Yeah.
I see, it's so rare. I fucking remember the occurrences.
I didn't do it with Michaela either. I held her hand when she was like little so she wouldn't run off, but I just don't like holding hands.
Oh,
And she used to try to do it to me all the time. And I'm like, why are you touching me?
wow. Yeah, I was telling them, I was like, yeah, Josh doesn't, like, never holds my hand. Like, he's just like, I don't want to be seen with this fucking
That's
white,
not it.
this white girl. Like,
Who's this white bitch that keeps touching me?
help, SOS. What are the codes? Like,
You land in a plane?
I don't know. Like, what's a code word? Like,
Okay.
poo.
Yeah, it's not anything particular to you. That's just, I just don't like holding hands.
Everything that I love, you hate.
Yeah, that's why we're perfect for each other.
Yeah, because I do it. You get mad, you bitch at me, and then I'm sad. Like,
Yeah, it's a good dynamic of a relationship. I don't understand the issue.
my next quiz at work tomorrow when I'm bored, I'm just going to do, like, are we toxic? Like,
I'll save you the time. Yes.
no.
Oh.
What year will I get married?
You're just going to put in your own year and you're going to put 2021.
Oh, I'm going to get married in 2021. Just engaged.
Well, it doesn't matter because
Just
you're not going to be legally married anyway.
Yeah, I don't care.
So pick a year.
I just want a wedding.
Yeah.
I just want to wear a dress. I just want a wedding dress. I just want to be so pretty.
I have mixed feelings about it because, like, you've already done that. So, like, why do we got to do it again?
Oh, because I want pictures with you. You know how many pictures I take at a wedding? A lot.
Too many.
And then I
That's
won't
the
ask
other
you
part.
for like at least 3 months for another photo. Because
3
your wedding.
days.
No, I'll do 3
Because
months.
honeymoon.
Oh, God. Yeah. Duh. Look at me.
You're
I'm
not
such
going to fool me. I know your tricks.
Yeah, I'm not going to choose between the two. You're just going to have to suck it the fuck up. I'm your wife now. I tell you what to do.
But not really.
But kind of.
But you're not really my wife.
Oh,
So-
look at you with those loopholes. Golly. I'm just like doomed.
I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say
So that was-
doomed, but
That was my spiel on what I learned today, what I researched, what I realized about myself.
yeah.
And I was like, I'm a fucking catch.
is that what you
And
came
I was like, oh my
out
God,
with?
like, you can't do anything without me. Like, you aren't allowed
I
to go.
can't do
yeah,
anything
like,
without
I mean,
you?
you can't do anything without me. You can't, like, you can't hang out with your friends. Like, you're not allowed to do anything. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't want to marry me.
I don't understand what you're saying.
I'm just saying, like,
I
that's how
physically can't do things
Yeah.
without you, or you think that you prevent me from doing
I think I
it.
prevent you from doing anything.
Okay.
No friends. You know what? You can't even hang out with your family.
Okay.
I forbid it.
I do not care. I will go hang out with a whole group of people just in spite of you.
But I was like, oh my God, like, I'm so healthy.
The most healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how we almost died in the snow?
Yes.
That was our trauma.
That was like some legit trauma because it almost happened twice.
Mhm.
We got the very rare snowfall in Georgia. I know you're still bitter because I wouldn't take pictures with you in the snow.
I don't know why you even fucking brought it up. You're gonna make me cry.
I just assumed you were going to bring it up and I was trying to beat you to the punch.
No, I wasn't gonna bring it up because I don't want to talk about it because I've already accepted it that you suck.
Wow.
I was like on Facebook next day. All these people are like taking pictures of boyfriends and they're all just, just smiling, looking happy. Like, and I was like, oh, not me. We were all cute. We were all. I just dropped something. We were all
Okay.
dressed up. We looked super cute. Like we were at and we were actually doing something together. And then it just started snowing. And like, we had a third person that had a camera that was like, let me take a picture. And you're like, no, no, no. And I really thought you were joking at first. But then when you weren't joking, I was like, oh, like he fucking sucks.
Yeah, it went from like a simple I don't want to like I'm annoyed that you won't. Like, you know this. Like, if I say no, then stop fucking asking
First of all,
me.
I stopped asking towards the end, but then she was asking. I didn't tell her to ask you. She just did that on her own. So then I was like, I mean, like, if she can convince them, then I'll do it. But I'm not going to get in the middle of this. But then at the same time, I was like, I haven't asked him to take a picture since like fucking Christmas.
Yeah, but that's because we hadn't done anything.
That's what I'm saying. So like, it was like, I wasn't even going to ask you to take a picture that night because I was like, whatever. But then when it was snowing, I was like, come on.
I don't see why snow made a difference. That's
Because I
what
was
my
excited
point
about
was. Okay.
So you should just do it.
No,
It's
that's what my problem with you is you think just because you want it, I should do it.
Yes.
No,
Like,
because it doesn't work the other
Because
way.
it's not like I was asking you to like propose to me. I just wanted a stupid fucking picture. And then it would have
I don't ask you to do things that you don't like.
That's not true.
It is true.
No, because I love everything.
Okay.
What would you ask me to do that I don't like? There's nothing because I would do
okay,
anything
well,
for
it
you.
doesn't matter. Okay, you wouldn't do it for me. It's just that you would just do it. It has nothing to do with me.
Yeah, like if I was like
I don't know what to tell you. So anyway, we almost died because it was snowing, and so the place we were at was closing early, and we were very confused.
yeah, because it was like barely snowing at that point. I mean, it was snowing, but like it wasn't.
So it went from being like kind of like a sleet to a snow, and the snowflakes got bigger over time. And I was like, oh, it's like coming down. Like those are some big flakes, but I was like, I don't even think it's really sticking much. And then we were there for maybe an hour, and then they come by and like, hey, we're closing early. So, it's basically the last call, and we're like, it's 7:30.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, that's a little ridiculous. Like, it's not that much snow. It's not even going to stick. The roads aren't going to be that bad that they need to close early. So we finished up, closed our tabs, then we went outside, and it was, again, roads didn't look bad. I was like, yeah, it's a nice snowfall, but nice big flakes, but nothing too crazy. And then we got in the car and we started driving, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, and I was really scared. Oh, and remember we were holding hands.
Were we holding hands?
You had,
to the car so that you didn't slip and fall?
We were holding hands in the car, and then when you hit that ice, instead of letting go of your hands so you can maneuver the steering wheel, I got scared and I squeezed your hand, and you're like, I need my hand. And I was like, I just love you so much. I don't want to die.
It's just, I don't even fucking know with you sometimes.
It's because I was panicking. I wasn't thinking.
So we were driving. We were going slow because the roads were bad. And they don't salt the roads because it doesn't fucking snow in Georgia hardly ever. And we were going probably, 25 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And then hit a patch of ice. I don't know if it was ice or just a bunch of fucking snow. And Jeep just started going sideways.
Yeah, and we were very close to getting the back tires in that ditch.
I did a nice little drift across the edge of the road right before the ditch started.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like skating on the edge of the road right before we went into a ditch. Luckily, there wasn't a lot of cars on the road. Nobody was coming for oncoming traffic. Mm-hmm. And then I got control. Again, I wasn't going fast, but I felt like that spin out was fast.
Yeah. I was scared. I was so scared.
I know. You were clenching my hand, and I was like, I'm trying to not flip this Jeep with one hand in the snow. So if you could like give that back, it'd be great.
And I was like, no, if we're going down holding hands.
Yeah, I think you actually did say that.
I don't know. I was so like fear stricken that like I don't remember what was said. I blacked out.
So, and it was 6 miles from where we were to my house. It wasn't far.
Mm-hmm.
So then we get into my neighborhood, and I'm like, should I go down my driveway? Now, my driveway is a 45-degree incline. Like, it is steep. And at the bottom of my driveway was your car. So I was like, I don't know if I should go down, because if I get stuck, or I mean, if I slip, then it's going to, like, I don't know if I can stop before I hit your car.
Yeah.
If your car wasn't there, it would have been like, I'll just end up in my backyard. It's not a big deal. I'll end up getting out of it. But I didn't want to hit your car. So then I was like, you know what? It's a Jeep. I'm like, I got these big old tires. It's like they're all terrains. I got an all-wheel drive.
Like I paid an arm and a leg for these. Like, let's see if these were worth it.
Yeah, I was like, it's gonna be fine. I can handle a little hill. It's fine.
Yeah.
And then we peak the crest of my driveway, hit the point of no return, and the Jeep starts sliding. Like almost immediately.
And I was like, what the fuck is he gonna do? Like,
yeah, because here I am like trying to brake. Now I came over the hump of the driveway. I didn't accelerate. I just let off the brake. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't like I was giving it gas. And as soon as like the Jeep got where it was more down than it was up, I mean, it just started sliding, and then I couldn't stop. So like,
you kind of turned a little to kind of get some traction on the grass.
Yeah, and then the back end just swung on out.
So yeah,
and then we ended up sideways halfway down my driveway, which was like the peak of the damn incline. It was the worst place to be stuck at in a lifted Jeep sideways.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we got to get out of this quick, because this Jeep is going to flip the fuck over, and then we're going to have a real problem.
Of course, it was on my side. So if we started flipping, I'm getting it first. Okay.
Yeah,
and you would just have to watch me die. Like, and you would never be able to live with yourself after that.
I wouldn't. I would be very sad. And then Michaela comes outside, and she's just watching this whole thing happen.
She's like,
she's going to watch her father die.
Oh my God. She'd be really traumatized.
Yeah.
She would definitely be hosting this podcast.
She'd have to, yeah. So I got stuck in like my side yard, ended up backing out of it, which was scary because on my driveway in its slope to the right of it is just basically a drop off. Like it's the worst landscaping ever. I don't know how this house passed.
You're basically your driveway is basically a bridge.
Yeah, kind of.
Like if you go off the side of it, you're gonna
tumble and it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
And then off to the left is like my neighbor's grass, and it's not nearly as bad. So I obviously tried to veer towards the left. But then when I got stuck on the left, I had to accelerate out of it. And I'm like, I don't want to give this too much gas, because if I shoot backwards, we're going to really be in trouble.
Oh my God.
because we'll just end up going off the side of the driveway and just tumbling down that big ass hill. So I gave it just enough gas to get out, ended up correcting it, and then like
We
slowly,
reversed.
yeah. So I ended up doing a U-turn in my driveway, and because I was in reverse trying to get out of the hole that I was in, I ended up just reversing down the driveway, nice and slow, still sliding a bit, but it was a little more controlled. Got to the bottom and put it in park. I was like, this is just where this lives now.
You know what I was thinking though? Like, so when that happened, it was crazy because like stuff like that like usually really scares me. But like I don't know why, like I was super trusting of you because like I really like I was like scared, don't get me wrong, because I was like, this is fucking scary. But like at the same time, like I knew we were gonna be fine. Like I was like, Chaz will get us out of this.
I was like low-key freaking the fuck out. I was like, I don't know if I can get us out of this. Like, this is scary. I was like, I committed to something that I should not have. I should have just parked at the top and we should have walked down.
Well, then like at that point, like my thought process, like when we were sideways, was like, let's just put it in park. But then just get out and like slide. But then I was like, if I open my door, we're gonna flip.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe Chaz can open his door and we'll just crawl out his and then just like shimmy down the driveway.
Nope, we're gonna leave the weight distribution exactly as it is and get out of this. Yeah, we're just don't move.
Yeah, we just sit there like don't move a muscle and we just sleep like that.
Well, luckily I figured it out, got us down safely. And then in the morning, it was all gone. It's like we almost died the night before when we woke up and it's gone.
Me and Michaela sure did have some fun sliding down the driveway, though.
Yeah.
You know, it's like...
That's the benefit of the driveway.
I mean, yeah, you know, I wasn't going to hold a grudge.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I know you almost killed us driveway, but I'm gonna use you for a little bit to go sledding.
Yeah. It is a good driveway to sled down.
On a box, because why would
it's
you
Georgia.
have a sled?
Why
it's
would
Georgia.
you? Yeah, it was like, what? And I was like, I didn't even have anything that was like hard plastic that you could use. It was just like, what are we going to do? Oh. A little shiver.
Yeah. Like, so when I was in Canada, obviously, you know, it snowed a lot. And we used to go to this park, and it was called Prairie Winds Park. And then the middle is just this giant, just like hill. It's just like a mountain. Not a mountain. You know what I mean? It's just a hill. It's a big hill. So whenever it snowed, we would go there and go... In Canada, we call it tobogganing, but we would go tobogganing / sledding. So, you know, you walk up, you pull your sled up, and then you go down. It was so much fun. Like, I remember it like it was yesterday. We did it all the time. We had this really long sled. Like, me and my sisters could all fit in it at the same time and go down. You know, just sucked walking up. So anyway, so there was one side that was relatively steep. Like, it was enough for the kids. But then there was, like, the dark side. You know, it was like, that was for the grown-ups. So my dad was like, oh... I'm going to go do, you know, the grown-up part of it or whatever. And I was like, I want to go. I was probably 5, maybe 6. I was like, I want to go with you. Like, I'm old enough, Dad. Like, let me come. So he was like, all right, fine. And I don't know why I don't know if we rode together. I think he made me go by myself, which I don't really know why.
It's like, oh, you're a big girl, huh? You want to do the grown-up side?
So,
okay, hop in.
On the grown-up side, there were some trees. So as a grown-up, you could kind of steer your toboggan to avoid hitting, like, you know, you could go to the left, go to the right a little bit. So he was like, all right, now when you, and my mom was at the bottom, you know, he's like, so when you go, like, if you feel like you're coming too close to a tree, just kind of shift yourself. I don't know why my dad had this much faith in me.
It's a lot of faith to have in a very young Nicole.
I mean, well, think about Audrey. What if this was Audrey? There's no way.
No way.
I don't even think, Julian's 10. I don't even know if he'd get it.
Yeah.
And that's just because they're young angels, not because they're stupid like their mom.
Sure.
But so he's like, if you hit a tree, just, you know, kind of veer, like whatever. So I was like, oh yeah, Dad, I got it. So I take off. I start going down the hill. I wasn't even fucking close to a tree, but in my mind, I was
that
like,
tree was coming.
Yeah, I was like, I am inches away from smack and dab into that tree. So I veered, and I veered
shimmy.
way too hard, and I flipped the toboggan, and I just start rolling down the hill. I mean, I don't know if you've ever had like just like taken like a snowball to the mouth.
Yeah.
But like when snow hits your teeth, it's freaking cold.
It's real cold, yeah.
So I'm just like rolling down the hill. My mom's at the bottom, like, oh my God. And my dad's at the top, like, I don't know if he was freaking out or laughing.
Probably laughing.
Because I know I would be.
Yeah.
But I'm just rolling down the hill. I get to the bottom, covered in snow. I'm crying like, why did he let me do that? I'm only 5. Like,
so stupid.
And then I never went on that stupid side of the hill again. I tell you what.
I bet you didn't.
It was so scary.
Yeah, I did. They had by my grandma's house because I grew up in Illinois, so it snowed all the time. And yeah, we had a similar hill where it was like this. a big hill, but I never tumbled down it because I was a professional. So
You know what? If I would have stayed in Canada, I'd probably be a professional now. Maybe. I don't know. I still don't think I'd go on that side. Also, it's funny, like in Georgia, you know, it starts snowing and everybody's like freaking out. And like, don't get me wrong, I don't know how to drive in Georgia because I wasn't raised in Canada.
Sure.
Like I moved here at a young age. It's not like I'm Canadian, so I know everything about the snow. But so I don't drive in the snow and plus our cars and our tires are not built for snow like they are up north.
Well, that's not how that works.
Yeah, it is.
No, you buy snow tires.
They have them here?
You can get snow tires
you
anywhere.
Wouldn't, though.
I know, but you said our tires aren't built for snow, and I'm telling you that it's not.
Well, because nobody buys snow tires here. Unless you're cool. I don't know.
It's different to say no one has snow tires than to say our tires aren't made for snow.
Yeah. I am full of Canadian knowledge. But anyway, but I always do think it's funny when, you know, it's like they close the schools down for such a small amount of snow. Because I just remember, you know, when I was in elementary school, like I remember specifically, like we would still have to go out for recess as it was currently snowing. Like it's not.
Oh, I literally have those walk 2 miles in the 8 feet of snow back and forth uphill. Like that's literally how I had to go to school. And the only time that we got out of school, it snowed probably 2 feet, a little over 2 feet. That's not why we got out of school. It was so cold that the pipes froze, and that was the reason we got out of school.
Damn it! I guess we gotta close. We were never prepared for this.
Yeah, that was the only reason. It wasn't the snow. The snow didn't matter. I would literally walk to school in a blizzard, and they're like, "Yeah, you better get here on time. There's no excuses. Get to school."
Yeah.
But it was also a different time.
Yeah, and I just remember like being outside at recess just crying because I was so fucking cold. And like, you know, when you're walking, like I just think of movies where they're just like trudging along in the snow and it's just hitting. It's like you're slow motion walking because the wind is just like plowing you in the face. And that's just like what I remember it being. And I was like, here it's like there's like a little bit of flakes and they're like, school's canceled, we gotta close. Like,
now to be fair, the state of Georgia has no infrastructure to handle snow whatsoever.
Well, and remember the fiasco that happened with the Snowmageddon when the highway was like shut down basically.
Yeah,
and
because they couldn't salt it, they couldn't plow it. They had, I don't know, let's say 4 snow plows. Whatever it was, it just wasn't remotely close to enough.
Yeah.
And so they had no other choice.
Yeah, I remember that day, like, you know, we shut down, I was working in the daycare and we shut it down early because it was, you know, starting to get bad. And so we had like girls, like, you know, it's a daycare, we're all women working there. So there's like girls in the parking lot with wheelbarrows just like trying to like get salt all over the parking lot because it was so bad. But I was driving home, I got off early and I'm trying to hurry up and get home. And there was this one road that had a pretty steep hill and I started going up it and then just started sliding back down. And, you know, you know me, anything with car stuff, I'm like panicking because I was like, oh my God, we're gonna die, children.
Wow.
I love you so much, mommy loves you, but we're gonna die.
What was I about to say? Yeah, that whole that's what it was. So the real problem was everybody left all at once.
Yes, so it was already
so much fucking
Atlanta traffic is already bad.
Yeah. And then when you have everyone who leaves at once, plus all the schools let out, like everybody was like at 12 o'clock, they're like, all right, we're shutting the state down. Everybody go home right now.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, how could you possibly?
Well, then it was funny because then it was like, you know, because they weren't prepared for it because like I think it was one of those things where like they didn't really see it being that bad. Yeah. So then they were just like, it was like once it hit, it was already too late.
It's too late. Yeah.
And so then after that, I remember like the first inkling of snow, Gwinnett shut down schools, and I was like, shut the fuck up.
Not ever. Yeah, Gwinnett's always the last to, I mean, it better be snowing currently if you want them to shut down.
Yes. And well, it was funny because, you know, I went to Gwinnett I was in Gwinnett County for elementary school and then and a little bit in middle school, and then when I went to towards the end of middle school, I went to Hall County for the, you know, rest of my school career. But I remember it was like they said there was like a chance of snow and Hall County just shut it down. And I was like, what the fuck is this? We had 2 days off. It was finals. So they canceled finals. Like we didn't even have to take finals because it was the last 2 days of school. So they were like, I'm like, what about I didn't, but
I was
some
gonna say, I'm like, I know for a fact it wasn't you talking about, oh, what about finals?
I studied so hard. Like, please let me have the chance to take them. No, but some people were like that. But they're like, no, we're just not going to do them. Like, everybody needs to go home. And we were out of school the last 2 days, and I was like,
Nice.
hell yeah, because it was
You were
before
gonna be
winter
out of school
break.
those days anyway. Let's be honest.
Me?
Yeah.
It was like that comment I made to you today. I was like, when you were like, what was supposed to happen to Romeo and Juliet? And so before I commented back to you, it took me a minute because I was doing some research because I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? I thought, what is this? So Juliet poisoned. Well, Juliet poisoned herself and then he found her, or is it opposite?
I think Juliet poisoned herself and
then
he
found
found her.
her, and then he was like, I can't live without you.
her,
So he
and then
drank the rest of it
yeah.
or kissed her or something and
I
got
don't
the
remember
poison.
what
And then
happened.
he died.
Yes.
That's just.
No. So I like barely remember this, but
I was in 9th grade.
yeah, as I remember it, one of them like faked their death, right? For like the sake, like they were gonna die so they can run away together or whatever. But like one of them faked their death. The other one thought that like the fake didn't work and like that one actually died. So then they killed themselves, and then the other one woke up and was like, "What the fuck?"
Okay. Yeah, I was like trying to research it so I could like come back with.
Yeah,
something.
because what I said to you was, what'd you post?
Because I put something like the time because
we'll be together
till we die, and then I was like, this title's legit because like we will be together until we die.
Yeah, and I said, or you said, or I'll kill you or something like that, and I was like, in like a Romeo and Juliet kind of way or like a real way.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, you're like the real way that they died or something. And I was like, what? So I'm like researching it, and I'm like, I saw some stuff about like it was like a fake death, but they thought it was real. And I'm like, did I ever learn this?
I guess not.
When was I ever at school?
Yeah, I mean, didn't you see the Leonardo DiCaprio one though?
Yeah, in 9th grade.
Oh.
And I don't really remember it. But yes, I do remember that, but yeah, I don't know.
Bummer.
Yeah, I don't. It's Shakespeare, right? I'm just kidding. I know that much.
It's not Shakespeare.
Is it really not?
No, it is.
I was like, oh my God, I'm such a dumb bitch. And I just said that on the podcast.
Like, you're so confident about it, so you're like, it's Shakespeare.
Oh, okay. So, update for everybody. I learned that Louis Vuitton is not the same as Louis Vuitton.
Nope. Louboutin.
Louboutin and Louis Vuitton are not the same thing.
Yes.
And when I asked somebody about it, a girl that really knows her shit, she answered like, "What? Like, you didn't know that they weren't the same?
Poor bitch. Like, how do you not know this?"
That's what I'm saying. Like, poor people don't know this stuff.
I mean, they are both like high-end fashion.
I know
so,
that.
Yeah.
And I know that one is purses and one is red bottom shoes, but I just thought it was like the same designer for all of it.
I mean, you're going to make some people are screaming right now with anger.
They're like, why are you so poor? But you know what? I think what would really help is if somebody bought me a Louis Vuitton bag and then some You
can't even get it out.
The Vuitton and Button.
Yeah.
Somebody buy me the red bottom, somebody buy me the bag, and then maybe it'll be like a constant reminder that these are not the same.
Sure.
So, I know as a podcast, like maybe we shouldn't accept personal gifts, but like I will.
What is wrong with you? No. And I'm not buying you either. They're very expensive.
I know. And I don't even know how to walk in heels, so it'd be a waste of your money.
Oh, well.
But the bag?
No. So
10-year anniversary.
Maybe, but it's probably gonna be like a knockoff one. It's not gonna be a real one. It'll look like a real one.
All right, fine. You don't have to buy me one. Either get a real one or don't.
Wow.
But you're gonna be so rich by then because you're my wealthy boyfriend.
Yeah, you think this podcast is gonna make us rich?
I'll tell you what, fans. We get this podcast out there and we get famous and we start making some money. I'll buy my own Louis Vuitton bag.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. I don't need you guys.
Fuck
you guys.
Wow.
You know what? I don't want your charity. I don't want your handouts. Like, I will buy my own bag. And then I'll take pictures with it and be like, oh my God, I'm so famous and so bougie.
I mean, we can get this train going and we can just start an OnlyFans for the podcast. Not like a sex OnlyFans, because as we learned in the documentary, there are people, you weren't paying attention.
Oh, I fell asleep.
Yeah. There are people who, or OnlyFans is trying to transition into like a celebrity, almost like Cameo. Do you know what Cameo is? Of course you don't.
I
or
do
Patreon.
know. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you? You about to Google it?
What is Cameo? What is Patreon?
But I think they're trying to transition to be more like that, so it's not just bitches selling feet and penetration videos.
I mean, I'm down to do the sexual ones.
I mean,
we don't have to show our faces.
That's a lot.
Okay. I mean, we already got lots of content. We just got to upload it.
That's true.
I mean, look, it's like we were cool before it was cool, you know? Like.
But yeah, we can set up an OnlyFans and kind of just catfish some people to thinking that they're going to see us like naked and doing stuff. I'm like, just kidding. We just wanted your subscription
oh my God,
fee.
You can't show your hand right now though, Chaz. Like, now you just told everybody our scheme.
Well, maybe we will, maybe we won't.
I was listening to a podcast the other day and it was about this girl that like does porn or something like that. And I guess like she got... And I was like, you're a fucking clever girl. But she got so many subscribers and people on her because she started off doing YouTube stuff. She
started doing porn on YouTube?
No, I don't think.
You can't do that.
No, she didn't do porn. She did like blogging more kind of thing. Like
a sexual blog?
I don't really remember what she said. But her point is like she was like, if me and, because her boyfriend was trying to get into it too. So she's like, if me and my boyfriend both reach 1 million subscribers or something, we'll make a sex tape.
Deal.
They did. They reached 1 million and then they both reneged on their...
Not us.
Nope.
Not us, buddy.
Nope. We will make a sex tape. No.
Yes, we will. We get to 1 million subscribers, I will 100%. I already have a sex tape. I'll just post it.
With me?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
The fuck? No, I'm going to post a different sex tape.
Oh, fuck your life up.
Oh, figure it the fuck out. Like, how hard is it to log into a tablet?
I'm on it.
And, like, pick an email?
I'm on it.
It looks like you're confused by it.
I'm just trying to pick a good story. Trauma tales. Trauma tales. Bum, bum, bum.
We're not doing it anymore, so just, like, give it up. It doesn't even cross my mind anymore. That's
we need
how
like
gone
a song
it is.
to go like trauma tales. Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, but it did.
It made me think of Nickelodeon.
Yeah, that was stupid. It did have a song to it, but I just never injected into anything because I'm just over it.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything. Like, that's why I got all the stuff that I got. So it takes me now 15 minutes to get the video and audio.
I have to pee so bad. I've been drinking a lot of water today. If you don't know how
your camera's off. I don't know what happened.
Like it's been off the whole time?
No, it just went off because I saw you earlier.
Oh my God.
All right, fine. We'll take a break and then come back and read a story. And we're back. Okay.
I feel much better.
Do you?
Yeah. Thank you.
For allowing you to pee?
Yes.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Damn right, yes, sir. Don't you ever forget it.
Oh my God, bite me.
Where?
You're sick. All right. Trauma tales. Here we go. Okay. Well, it says, hello, I'm blank. And I ignore red flags, apparently. Okay. So it's March of 2020. And I'm on Tinder. Yay me. I matched with this guy. And his name is Bob.
Jeez. It's almost like people don't listen or pay attention to instructions.
It's okay.
Like, we're 2 names in and it's the first sentence.
It's okay.
I will like to say that that is a tough time to be on Tinder, is right at the start of the pandemic.
Yeah. Because everybody's on Tinder.
Yeah, but like also like, what are you gonna do? Skype each other or Zoom each other?
That's
like,
the
what do
thing.
you?
Yeah, that's what they were doing. They were doing like Zoom dates.
Yeah, that sounds.
They tried to make it
awful.
sound appealing. Good thing we found each other.
Yeah, and we were, a year early.
Huh?
Well, no, that was right. Gee, I'm getting my timeline all messed up. 2020 was a tough year.
Yeah.
It feels like it was a long time ago, but
I
it was
mean-
just so yeah. We just started dating right then,
Well, March, like we were.
kind of. Yeah.
Me.
Okay.
So I matched with this guy. His name is Bob. I like how I use Bob for everyone.
Bob's a good one. Bob's a good go-to,
Because, like,
and that's like I mean, who's gonna be like, oh, I know that Bob? Come on.
nobody's Bob.
Yeah.
Oh, she said, change his name if you read this on the podcast, please. Why didn't you change it?
Yeah. Also, yeah, like people don't understand. Okay, for all you who listen, first of all, we appreciate that you write in.
We love it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But we do not read these until it's time to read them. There's no proofing.
Yeah, because we want it to be authentic.
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 So, like, know that when you write the story that we're not going to read this until it's time to read it. And then, like, after 30 seconds, if it sucks, we'll kick it and then tell you that you suck on the podcast.
You suck.
So, yeah, we're not doing this. I mean, we're doing this shit on the fly. So
Yeah.
keep that in mind. Continue.
Okay. He's 6'3", bearded, drop dead handsome, great smile, great attitude, literally just all around perfect.
Not a good sign on Tinder. She should have been alerted. Like that dude sounds like a catch, and those don't exist on Tinder.
Yeah.
So if he's
Like, does she still
if
have his
he's
number, you
tall,
think? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
okay.
Shh. I'm trying to read an email.
It's about to be the last thing you do in your life.
I was just asking, like, does she have his number? Like, do you think she still talks to him? I didn't mean anything else by it.
Don't forget where you're sleeping tonight, or maybe you won't be.
So we talk for a couple days. Then he asks me to meet him for dinner. Of course, I say yes. So we go to dinner at a restaurant in Athens. I get there a little late, and this man has already downed a huge margarita. Okay.
Cool,
Nerves.
taking the edge off.
I mean, yeah,
I
like-
get it. Right at the start of the pandemic, too. Like, you don't know if this is gonna be open. You don't like that's a lot.
Yeah.
So it's a stressful time. Maybe he just lost his fucking job. You insensitive bitch.
Maybe he had a rough day.
Yeah.
And we meant bitch in a nice way, just so you know. We appreciate your email.
Hypothetical bitch, not specifically to you in this situation. I was just saying.
I was like, oh, we are drinking? And he was like, it was just for the wait. And I was like, okay, not thinking anything about it. So dinner went great, and he asks me to go back to his apartment. I was nervous, but I was really into him, so I agreed and followed him home.
First date girl? Dang.
First date girl.
Okay. Okay. And a pandemic, too. She's probably like patient number 100 on the COVID list.
Oh, my God.
And probably like patient, I don't know, 5 million on the herpes list, but continue.
I was nervous, but I was really into him. Oh, I read that part. So I followed him home. We get to his house, which I kid you not reminded me of the Brady Bunch house. Sketchy and old as fuck.
Oh, I was like, is it like a nice house? Because it was a big family, so
I've never watched the Brady Bunch, so I was not
I don't
knowing
remember what their house looked like, but I knew that there was a lot of them. So when she said that, I was like, oh, it must have been like a big house because there's 14 of them. Why are you always yawning?
Because I work a lot now, Chaz. I mean, I literally got here and had to immediately start like doing stuff and then do this podcast. I'm tired.
Hey, you set yourself up for all the things that you had to do yesterday and the things that you had to do today.
But I had plans last night.
Okay, I'm just saying.
We go inside and he wants to lay in his bed, not even the couch, and watch TV. That's a solid move.
Yeah, I mean,
we both know.
we know where this is going.
Yeah. I mean, if you lay in his bed, you're gonna fuck. Like,
yeah, why don't you just unbutton your pants?
yeah, like just take them off before you even lay in the bed. Like, who goes and lays in the bed and just snuggles?
Yeah. Normal people who aren't whores. Nicole, what the fuck? You're like, that's so unheard of. Like, who would ever do that? Like, not everyone's a whore.
Whatever. I just was thinking, I remember the first time he came to my house and we laid in my bed. Because you're a whore.
We watching Netflix. Yeah, but it wasn't the first time that I met you wasn't the first time that I went to your house and laid in your bed, whore.
You're the whore. Mr. Oh, she's a first date girl. Ooh.
You said the same thing.
Just shut up.
Okay.
Again, I was nervous, but did it anyways because I'm dumb and wanted this man to like me. Okay. So that's like a serious thing. Like
that girls do?
There have been times where I have like done stuff with a guy or slept with a guy, even though I really didn't want to, but because I felt like it was my fault that I put myself in this situation. So I felt like I had to do it or he'd get mad.
That's
like
a weird complex that girls have.
A lot of girls do. And
know.
like, that I wouldn't call that rape or anything. Like you're not saying no and he does it anyways, but like, it's like, I've had like, I've, laid in a bed with a guy or something like not wanting to do anything, but then things just start happening. And then like, it gets to a point where I feel bad if I'm like, okay, like I think we should stop. So like, I just do it. Isn't that shitty?
I think there's a name for that. I don't know
Whore?
what it is. No, I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but you should talk to a therapist because that's not normal. You should like, if you don't want to, you should just be like, I don't want to. Who the fuck cares how he feels?
I know, but then like, it's almost like, I guess it's because when you hear about a lot of like rape stories and stuff, especially, I mean, I don't really.
So you're afraid that if you say no, he's just going to take it. You should at least be willing.
No. But like, a lot of times that a lot of girls are scared to come forward when rape happens and stuff, because a lot of times they get victim shamed and it's like, you were wearing this or you were doing this, you were asking for it. So it's kind of like, it's kind of, and so when I'm just in those, which I'm a girl, so like obviously if a girl is raped, I'm not going to be like, well, she was wearing kind of a slutty outfit. Like, because I wear slutty outfits all the time. It doesn't mean I want you to put your dick in me.
Well, not me specifically.
Not you. You can put your dick in me whenever you want. Okay. But like, it's like if I got raped and somebody was like, it's probably because of that dress you're wearing, I'd beat the fuck out of them. Like, no, it's because I'm hot as fuck and I want to show it off. Okay. Like,
that's why you got raped, because you were hot as fuck and you went to, I was like, the fuck?
It's because that's why I was wearing the dress.
Oh.
But like, so it's just when you get in those situations, it's like you knew that it was you were putting yourself in a crappy situation, and that like you knew it was going to be hard to say no when you chose to lay in the bed.
Sure.
Like if I knew,
but what I'm saying is, even if you were like, I know what he's trying to do, and that's fine, we'll lay in the bed, but I'm not having sex with him, and then he tries to do something, and you say no, or you feel like you don't want to. The fact that in your mind you're like, but I did lay in the bed, so
I know. I mean, I'm not saying that it's normal, but like, or it's like even if we start fooling around or something, it's like he's already gotten in my pants. Like I'm not gonna be like now I feel like a piece of shit. Like, but I'm not gonna have sex with you. Like I'm gonna like touch your penis, but I'm not gonna have sex with you. Like it's just this weird thing, and it's not just me. A lot of girls I've talked to do this,
but a lot of girls sound very fucking broken. Yeah,
but I mean, because it's like if I don't know, it's just like when I get to a certain point, it's like
you've
just
like hit
tease.
a point of no return. Yeah, but even if you're just a tease, that's the weird part, is that you don't want him to think that you're a tease, where it's like, who the fuck cares? Like if you don't want to do it, then you just don't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that a lot of girls do that, but it's just so weird to me. Because if it was like the roles were reversed and it was like a girl who I was like kind of interested in, but not really. And
but now I think I'm interested, and now
and she's like, come lay in my bed, and I was like, I know what you're trying to do, and then I lay in the bed and she tries to do something and I don't want to do it. I'm not gonna be like, well, I don't want to like lead her on. I don't want her to feel like she's not good enough to have sex with me, so I'm just gonna have sex with her even though I don't want to. I'm like, I'm leaving.
I know. I mean, you'd think it would, like, when you word it like that, like, it just sounds like something so easy to do. But when you're in the situation, like, it's just not. It's really hard to, like, get out of that situation. Or another thing that a lot of that happens is, like,
I do wonder if there's an underlining fear of being raped.
Well, I mean, like, another thing that's really this part I think there probably would be an underlying thing, because there's been times where like I've been like hanging out with a guy and like I'll be like, no, like I don't want to do that, or I don't want this, and then he'll keep pursuing it. So then I get like a little nervous. So like it's like I'd rather just give in.
So you are creating your own problem. The reason most of the time, the reason why guys will continue to pursue it is because eventually she gives in.
Yeah,
and you just said that's exactly what you do,
well, and I was
then it's just
Well, I was watching a show. It's like girl power show, like feminist, like we love ladies, like like I don't know why I like it so much because it's everything I hate. I'm like, no, I'm like, no, dude, like I don't want to work. I want my husband to take care of me. Like,
Okay.
But anyways, and these girls are like badass bitches who like own a magazine and stuff. But anyways, like they had this whole like magazine article about it, and it was like, you know, like a lot of girls were saying that, you know, if they tell the guy like, no, I don't want to do this, blah, 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 and they keep pursuing it, they just end up giving in. And so like this one guy was like, oh my God, that's insane. That's insane. But then this girl reached out and was like, that's what you did to me. Like like a lot of times guys don't realize that that's the feeling that we feel. So it's like, he's doing it because he's a boy and he's thinking with his dick. He's not doing it because he's like, you know, I'm gonna this
wear
girl
her
and
down.
like
eventually she's gonna say yes.
Yeah, and so he, you know, but it's like when we're in that situation, like I guess you do get kind of nervous because if I'm like, no, like I don't want to, and then they keep trying to slide their hand in my pants or something, eventually I'm just like, oh my God, fuck it. Like I don't know how to get out of the situation because
and that's what I'm saying. It's creating the problem that you're trying to solve,
so,
and it's just repeating over and over.
Especially like with alcohol's involved, like because but that's the thing. Like as I got old, like it happened a lot when I was younger. I'm not saying I'm a slut, like.
Okay.
But it did happen more often when I was younger. So then as I got older, I realized like, don't even let yourself be in that situation. Sure. Like, dude, if you're at a dude's house and you're not trying to sleep, like, do not go in his room. Do not, you know, it's a little easier to get out of it when you're not like in the setting of it more likely happening.
I mean, yeah, I get that. It's just, that's just a hard thing for me to wrap my brain around.
I know. And I get it. Like, it's like, that's like something you would be like, you know, like me just saying like, I get that it's stupid. Like, if I don't want to have sex with you, like if I'm like, don't have sex with me and you keep trying, I should be like, you have no fucking respect for me. Like, go fuck yourself. Like you would think. But in the moment, I get so nervous that I just do it.
I will
and
say.
And that's why a lot of the people that I've slept with, like, I haven't slept with that many people, but the people that I have
started off with a lot of people.
I meant a lot out of the number. Like most of the dudes that I slept with when I was younger, it was a one-time thing because the reason I slept with them is because I was in that situation. And once it happened, I was like, I would never want to talk to him again.
I will say that I think when I was younger, I probably did that more often than I realized I did. But it was the same thing where it was like, of course she's going to say no at first. She doesn't want to be a slut. So like she wants to make you work for it a little. She wants me to work for it a little. And sometimes that's exactly what it was. And like, how do you know the fucking difference? Mm-hmm. Because it all sounds the same.
Well, that was like, it's so funny because it makes me think of two different comedians because, you know, you have like Taylor Tomlinson and she's like, you know, like if he's like, what? Oh no, we don't have to have sex. Like, and then I'm like, panty dropper, like, you know, like, but then there's Bill Burr and it's like on his stand up, like he was saying like, you know, she's like, oh my God, no, like I don't want to do it. And she's like poking her ass out and like she really wants it. Like she says no, but like she really does want it. Like, and that's like, you know, it's I feel like it is kind of hard sometimes for men to depict that because rape is such a crazy thing right now too. And it's like, you know, all these girls are saying, you know, he did this and this and this. And it's like, you know, it's like some girls are like that and they're like, no. And like, they're really meaning yes. They just want you to work for it.
That's the weird, I guess, thing about recently as far as like rape accusations. Like when you think rape, you think someone's holding you down, forcing themselves inside of you. And like, and that I think anybody would agree. Like, yeah, that is rape.
Yes.
But then it becomes like, well, if she said no at any point, should you have stopped? Because if you didn't, technically that is rape.
Yeah.
But then you're like, but in the moment, like girls have said no plenty of times and then we just kept going and it didn't seem like I was forcing it.
Yeah.
It seemed like two consenting adults and she just had like a moment of like, oh, maybe we shouldn't. And then, you know, you talk to her, maybe you stop for a little bit, then you go back. Like, it's, and like, but then afterwards she regrets it and she's like, I said no and I didn't want to keep going, but I felt like I had to, which is what you're saying. And then like now she feels like she was raped and this guy's like, I thought we were having consensual sex.
Well, that's what like, you know, me being who I am, like situations like that, like I think that's shitty on the girl's part because I know that I've done it and like I felt shitty afterwards and like I did regret it and I was like, why did I do that? Like why didn't I just say no and like honest to God, like eliminate myself in the situation? But I would never turn around and cry rape.
Yeah.
Like even though I was like, no, as he's like sliding his hand into my pants, like, you know, and then I just give in because I'm just like, ugh, like, you know.
But then that goes back to your mentality of rape is probably the same in mine. And that's like someone holding you down and physically like you do not want this to happen and they're forcing it to happen versus just kind of convincing you to let it happen.
Which, you know, I feel like that is kind of shitty. It's shitty, but that one is kind of like shitty on both parties.
Yeah.
Because it's like you were like, no, we shouldn't. Like, and it's not like in these situations, like I was like, seriously, no. Like,
that would be like a very
but I'm
hard
like,
no.
we're
Like,
making
all right,
out.
fine, yeah, we're done.
Yeah. But we're making out and like, he starts, getting handsy and I'm like, no, like I don't want to do that. Like blah, blah, blah.
But then you continue to make out.
But then we keep making out. But then eventually it's like, like I've always said, like, like if you get in my pants, like we're probably gonna have sex. Like if you get your hand in my pants, like, I mean, the damage is done at that point. Like it's like you owe it to him. Like I don't know why I do that.
So weird that you feel that you owe it to someone.
I know.
Once they get to a certain point where you're like, okay, fine, we'll have sex.
Exactly. And then the worst part about it is it fucking sucks.
Yeah, well.
I'm like, did it suck or was I just like
you
really
weren't into
it?
Yeah. I think that's a big part of sex too that people don't really talk about. That a lot of it is mental. It's not just physical. Because if you're not mentally into it, like it's not going to be a fun time for anybody.
Yeah.
I think especially for girls.
Mm-hmm. Like I mean, sex is definitely better with somebody that you care about.
Well, yeah.
And that you love, like you.
Yeah.
Well, like I mean, I've seen a big difference. Like the first time we had sex, that was like, like oh my god, come to my house, like and like I mean, it was fine. Like it was just. It
was fine. You say
like it was
fine.
Fine.
It was just like you're running in the middle of sex. It was no big deal.
But like like our sex is very different from what it was that first time. Like that
it's
first
the
time
same to me. I'm kidding. It's
oh my god. But like like I was like. It was one of those situations where like, I mean, I invited you to my house. I knew it was going to happen type of thing. But like, I was like super nervous and like, I had a lot of thoughts going on. Like, is this going to ruin our friendship? Like, la, 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 la.
Yeah.
So I feel like all of that in play just made it like, it was just like, it was fine.
Sure.
But like, now it's incredible.
Okay.
But yeah, so anyways, back to the email.
It's okay. I mean, this happens.
Okay. So I was nervous, but I did it anyways because I'm dumb and wanted this man to like me. Okay, so fast forward, we have sex. What do you know?
I feel like there was some context in there that we just fast forward right over, but okay.
It was amazing, and I leave.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Usually the first time somebody's not amazing.
It's usually awkward because like you don't know each other, like And then I think that's another big thing. Like when you have sex with someone for the first time, I guess depending on who you are as a person, but you're also worried like, what if this is too soon and she says no, and then we have to stop.
Yeah.
And then like that just runs through your mind the whole time. Like, is she gonna make me stop?
That's what you said that you felt with me at the beginning.
I did.
Such a weird thing. Like,
well, but
especially with this complex that I got going on.
I know.
Because once you're in,
funny. Yeah, I didn't know that at the time, but that's
if you had known.
Yeah. Yeah, so in my mind, it was the same thought of, is this going to ruin our friendship? Is she thinking, is this going to ruin our friendship? Are we going to get halfway through this and she'd be like, you know what? I don't think that we should do this because it's going to ruin our friendship. Mm-hmm. Like, and then what happens from there? Then it just gets weirder. So I'm like, maybe I need to just speed this up and like get through it and then we can discuss it later.
And I'm honestly like surprised it didn't ruin our friendship.
Yeah.
Because the next day I did feel very weird about it.
We can be lovers and friends. Just call me Ludacris.
Can we fucking still be friends? You know that song?
Nope, I went to Ludacris and Lil Jon, or Ludacris and Usher.
I know, but I was just thinking of that's a G-Eazy song. I think.
Gerald. That's his name.
I know.
Yeah.
It makes me think of that Eminem song, that young Gerald's balls deep inside a Halsey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, it was amazing, and I leave. He calls me the next day, and we hang out again and have sex again. And this happened like 2 to 4 times a week for a month or so.
It just sounds like she's bragging. At this point, she's like, he's tall, dark, handsome, beautiful beard. He's got his shit together. He dicks me down properly. Yeah. It's amazing every time. Somehow it gets better every time. Didn't even know that was possible. So just writing you guys to let you know that my sex life is awesome. It's been going on since March of 2020.
No, it's about to get crazy, okay? Everything was great. We plan a birthday trip for me and my sister. He pays, they're twins. He pays for my whole portion and everything that we did that weekend. Aww.
Wait, so when was the birthday? Does it say? Does it say like a month later or a couple months later?
Well, she said that this went on for about a month or so. So I'm assuming this is
so a couple,
like
a month and a half
maybe a month
later,
or so.
And he's already paying for trips for her?
Like,
That's
we get it. You're bragging.
Yeah, I told you.
Like a true gentleman, he spoiled the fuck out of me for my birthday. It was amazing. At this point, I'm falling hard for this man. Who the
Can
fuck
I give
wouldn't?
a prediction?
What?
That dude is married.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. It wouldn't be cool. Be fucked up. We get back from our trip and things start to get weird. From messaging me nonstop every day to sending me 1 or 2 messages a day. He was working night shift and would call me on his way home from work every night. But other than that, I never heard from him. And he never talked to me once he got home. If your prediction's right, wouldn't surprise me.
I'm telling you. I could hear, he was too nice.
Yeah. Those guys don't exist.
No, not someone who's paying for trips for you to go, celebrate your birthday and stuff a month in. That's somebody who's hiding something and they don't want you to see it.
I've never had the pleasure of meeting somebody like that.
You want to find a married person that's going to spoil you because they don't want you to...
Just for like a month. Not now.
Okay.
I'm just saying in the past.
Sure.
It would have been nice.
Fucking
I came
homewrecker.
across like fucking losers that didn't have money, okay?
Wow.
Not you.
Homewrecker.
Okay. Come to find out, he let this single mom and her kids move in and never wanted to wake them when he got home from work at 11 so he could talk to me when he was home. So strange.
Is that the truth? Because that seems like a lie. Okay, so he's just that nice of a person?
Who the fuck are you talking? That's some shit you would do.
Yeah, but I wouldn't also be paying for trips.
I don't know. I don't know the story at all.
I'm just predicting is what my point is.
Oh.
But yeah, that is something that I would do, but I'm not going to also be like, there's just too much niceness is what my point was.
So strange, right? But nothing ever happened with them. Bullshit. But whatever. I let it go like a dumb bitch and eventually she moved out.
Also, I feel like, how loud are you talking on the phone that you're like, oh, I can't be on the phone in my own house because this kid is sleeping? Like, if it was that small of a house.
Because he was in the bed with them.
Yes. That's what my point is. Like, you have to be on top of them for, like, unless you're yelling and it's not, even if you live in an apartment.
I tell you what, you have some single fucking woman living in your house. You're not putting your phone down. You're going to talk to me the entire time. You're going to walk in the house and you better have that phone attached to you. You know what?
Be on video.
I'll just move. I tell you what, though, you let some single mom and her kids move in here, I would be like, why the fuck am I not living there?
There's a very big
No, the
difference.
fuck there isn't.
Yeah, there is, because I'm not in a relationship with that person.
Okay, but you have a girlfriend.
Yeah, but in that situation, it's more of a roommate than...
Fucking false.
How?
You're telling me that if I had some dude move in with his kids, like you wouldn't be like what the fuck? Like, we don't even live together.
No, because I don't want to live where you live.
But I'm just saying though, like, whatever.
I don't. It just seems. What I'm saying is that even if I had someone living here, that's not the same as you living here, is what my point was. The whole it being a woman and having a kid is a different thing, but my point is, like, if I had someone move in here, even if it was like a guy and a kid, that would be a roommate thing. It's not a romantic relationship thing. That's just different. But I would never, and you know that, because I wouldn't want to live with anyone.
Mm-hmm. And your girlfriend would murder you?
I mean, I don't really care, but...
Oh, you're funny. You must want to die. Wow. So it's like summer now, and he's moving from his Brady Bunch apartment to the middle of fucking nowhere, and he asks...
More words hard today?
I hate you.
That's okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
He asks me He asks me, his now girlfriend, to help him move.
Oh.
So we are packing his stuff up and his daughter's stuff up because, he has a daughter. Acting like a hoe, and he has a damn child. Okay. Let me just stop this right here. If this man had a woman and her kids move in, and you honest to God thought they were fucking, and she, like, at this point has moved out, like, so you, like, stayed with him through this whole, like, I have a lady living with me, you thought they were fucking, so, like, why are you still with him?
Yeah.
Like, at this point, like, you should, like, when she moved in, you should have just dumped him.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Like yeah, but like now she's moved out and she's like, okay, now it's my time to be the girlfriend. Because she put it in quotes, so maybe it was like they weren't official before, and now it's like this is a real thing. Which, if that was the case, she couldn't get mad about her living there if they're not,
I guess,
together.
Yeah. So we're packing up the freaking moving truck, and I come across a box labeled "Freak Stuff," and I look in it, and there are girls' bathing suit. There's a girl's bathing suit that wasn't mine and some hair stuff that wasn't mine in a box. And I asked him and he said, I was wondering when you were going to see that box. That's my sister's stuff. And I labeled it that to make you laugh. Ha ha ha. So fucking funny, not?
So he's trying to play off. First of all, that's a weird label for what's in that box.
Freaks. Now you're putting freaks.
Now I'm thinking he's a cross-dresser.
Freak stuff with your sister?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think
like,
the words should be in the same sentence.
You would think that was funny somehow. Like, what the fuck? Maybe he's a cross-dresser.
Is that your next prediction?
It's my next prediction, yeah.
Again, red flag, but I laughed it off and just kept loading the truck.
I mean, this is a ride or die.
I mean, to the core.
Yeah.
I would have been out a while ago.
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself, I'm with this man a lot. Like, when would he have time to be with someone else with his work schedule and seeing me and, oh, yeah, his daughter every other weekend? So
Rookie mistake. You made that same mistake. Not with me.
Oh.
In past relationships with, members who will not be named.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, what? Like, when would you have met someone?
Yeah. And then.
They always do.
Yeah.
So,
Not me, because you're always here.
That's the thing, though.
Yeah.
I'm not always here. I don't live here. I'm not here on some weekends. Oh,
you have an internal spy.
That is true. Well, yeah, you wouldn't be stupid enough to bring her to your house.
She would tell you if I was gone.
She doesn't tell me when you're gone now.
I don't go anywhere.
But when you do, she doesn't tell me.
Because I tell you.
Yeah. But she doesn't know that you tell me. Like, she doesn't
She does know.
She doesn't go out of her way to let me know when you're not home.
It would 100% happen though if you were like if I were going somewhere and didn't want you to know, I wouldn't have told you, but I would have had to have told her, and it would have come up in a conversation. 100%. So? She never stops talking.
Mm. She's my best friend. I love her.
Yeah.
She's got my back. So I was like, there's no one else. That bathing suit is his 15-year-old sister's. It's an ugly bathing suit anyways, so fuck it.
Okay. That makes it even creepier that she's 15 and you have her bathing suit in a box labeled freak stuff. Yikes.
Sick fuck. So we're getting everything moved into the house, and he invites his family over to see his new house, but they decline and want to take us out for dinner instead because they're like, we're not eating in this shithole. I'm just kidding. I don't know what it looks like. So we go, and I meet his family and blah, blah, blah. It was a great time, and then I went home. Apparently, his mom loved me. Great. I was like, yay, big step for us. Well, what a big step it was because things got weird again. Red flag. But we kept seeing each other. I even met his daughter. But she didn't explain
the red flag. What got weird?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. We're going to have to work on that.
But every time I went to his house now, I kept finding liquor bottles and beer cans and things like that. And I was thinking, is this man an alcoholic or what?
This is the guy who chugged a margarita on the first date. I forgot that's how this started because we went on 4 tangents.
Yeah. Is this man an alcoholic or what? Because this is excessive. Well, come to find out, he is an alcoholic. And now every time we hang out, I'm babysitting a drunk man. He would get so drunk, he would cry to me about his failed marriages and all kinds of stuff.
Marriages? Plural? Yeah. Like, whoa.
Okay. That's red flag number 1. Okay.
Yeah, is this your first time hearing about his failed marriages? Like, if there's more than one, there has to be a reason. There's a reoccurring theme here. Sounds like alcoholism, possibly cross-dressing.
Possibly, has the hots for his sister.
Yeah, something weird's going on with this dude.
Anyway, he would sit cross-legged in the bathtub and let the water from the shower run on him because that made him feel better. Like a little bitch. But wait, it gets better. I love how she said
Creepy.
like a little bit.
Oh, I thought you threw that in there.
No, she did. He would have to crawl his way to his bed because I was so small I couldn't lift him. So as
Bob.
It's because I was so small I couldn't lift him. Like, not the fact that like that's so fucking disgusting. You have to carry a fucking drunk man to his bed.
Grown ass man.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if you were that drunk, babe,
Just sleep on the couch.
I'm gonna leave you. I'm not helping you.
I was like forever because I got drunk once. Like that's crazy. Like no, if you're that drunk, then I don't want to be in a
It's
relationship
over.
with you. We're done here.
Once I see that side of you, I'm gonna be like, mm-mm.
I don't think that I have once in my life been that drunk, and I was on my 21st birthday. But other than that, I've never been to the point where like I can't function, I can't get to my bed. Yeah, exactly. You look at you, hypocrite.
I just remember one time I got so hammered and my friend drove me home and I went in my house and I laid in my bed and I puked on my pillow and I slept in it.
Gross.
I was so drunk that I just slept in my puke.
It's disgusting.
I know. Oh my God, I'm such a catch.
I'm, questioning some decisions that I've made here lately.
Shut up.
It's okay.
So as all of this stuff starts happening, we celebrate 6 months together and I get him 6 months gifts.
Oh.
Wow.
How about that? I can't believe this bitch stuck around for 6 months.
I mean, I agree.
Jesus.
But it's probably because he was okay with anniversaries.
Wow.
Unlike some people.
Here we are, almost 9 months in, so shut up.
Can't wait for the 1 year. If we make it.
Guess we'll see. I'm sure we'll make it to a year. I just don't know how much after that we'll make.
Eat a dick, Jazz.
I'd rather you.
I got him 6 donuts, 6 boxes of his favorite candy. I printed pictures of us and even took a day off of work to spend it with him to celebrate.
Now, I did do that for your birthday.
What?
I gave you a coupon for every month that we were together.
Yeah.
So, shut the fuck up.
That was my birthday. It wasn't the anniversary.
My point is, she said she got him a half dozen of donuts, one for every month that they were together. I'm saying that you still get the same thing. It's just not for a fucking made up anniversary.
So, just like really quick, since we're talking about gifts, I just want everybody to know that Chad's got me Spanx for Valentine's Day. And so, like, Nikki, this is for you because I was talking with her today and I was like, honest to God, like, do you think he's going to get me Spanx? Because she's been listening to our podcast and she was like, I think he will. I think he's trying to trick you. I think he's like acting like he's not going to get you Spanx, but like, I think he will. And I was like, do you? Because I don't.
It was tough. I'm not going to lie. I was like, $100 for leggings just seems so excessive and stupid.
I know.
But because I love you, I got you the stupid Spanx. I'm just full of surprises here lately, though.
Yeah.
In the best kind of way.
I'm just kidding. I know. You're so awesome. I love you. I'm so thankful for you.
Okay.
I love my Spanx.
Okay.
Babe, I love them. You're so great. But yeah, he did get me Spanx, guys. I love them. They're the faux leather ones, so.
Yeah, you said the other ones were sold out, but I think when I went on there, they had them, but I just felt like you wanted the leather ones more.
Oh, I'm so excited to wear them. I'm going to wear them everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm going to wear them to work.
Seems like a waste.
This mic is kind of warm.
Okay.
I just put my mouth on it.
I saw you, and the camera saw you, you fucking weirdo.
Okay, so I took off work, blah, 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 to spend it with him. Everything seemed great. He got a call from a friend and took it and came back inside and told me, babe, I get to go to Costa Rica with the boys.
Costa Rica with the boys?
That's what we were saying earlier. Fuck
yeah.
no.
Fuck
You're
yeah.
not
Costa Rica
going.
with the boys?
I'm
Count
coming.
me in. Why don't you just rip the mic
I'm
down?
sorry. I said, that's awesome. When? You're a fucking liar. That is not awesome. You were pissed as fuck and you know it.
Maybe she wasn't. Maybe she was like, oh shit, girls trip, same weekend.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Come to find out, it was only like a couple weeks away. Red flag.
I lost track. Is that number 6 now? How many red flags are we up to?
It's a bouquet at this point. So I help him get ready for all that. And of course, he won't have service, so he can't talk to me when he's gone. That's a fucking lie.
Pretty sure they have cell towers in Costa Rica.
You better figure it the fuck out.
Yeah, get a satellite phone.
Figure it the fuck out. So this fucker, I like how she was like, so yeah, he's going to voice shop. I'm like, well, let me help you pack. So this
This motherfucker here.
This fucker leaves for his trip, and not a fucking day later, I get messages to my Facebook asking if I'm the girl in these pictures.
Wait, like this motherfucker skipped town and almost immediately these bitches like, oh, he's gone. Flood her inbox.
Pictures that I left at house of us that I gave him for our 6 months.
Hey, you idiot. Now I have to bleep it. Continue.
What? Oh, God. Sorry. Bob's house.
Fucking rookie.
Oh, my God, baby. It's tough. You know? 2 girls were trying to contact me. I was like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck was about to go on? So, of course, I was like, yeah, that's me. Like, who the fuck is asking? Okay, so, like, I'm going to pause really quick. I think it's very strange when a girl reaches out to a girl to, like...
We've had this conversation
Yeah,
before.
and then they're like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, it's not her fault.
Yeah, she probably doesn't even know that you exist. Like, how's that? Why are you... You're attacking the wrong person.
Even if she did, like...
But still, yeah, your problem should be with him.
Yes, like, he owes you the loyalty, not this girl. Well, they go on to tell me that 2 of them are, in fact, in relationships with my boyfriend.
Wait, 2 of them?
Yes.
So he's got a total of 3 girlfriends that we know of.
Yeah.
Wow.
She said, yay me. I'm like, great. So they tell me how he...
Has herpes.
So they tell me how he met one girl on Tinder a month before me and the other a month after me on Tinder. He took us all to the same place for our first date and had sex with them on the first date too. I mean...
Wow, that dude's cleaning
a round of
up
fucking
quite
applause.
honestly.
Like,
that dude's cleaning the fuck
like,
up,
you
honestly.
are... Oh my God, what's wrong?
Yeah, your hair's shedding and everything. Wow, you must really be impressed. You're falling apart over there.
I'm like, how did he bed all 3 women? Like...
Wow. It's because he's 6'3". That's all it takes. That's something for... Like, if you do online dating, all you got to do is be tall.
That's not true.
Be tall and don't talk so much and you clean up.
Yeah. Not only that.
Hey, yeah, there you go. You want to talk into that microphone?
Not only that, but one girl was seeing him Thursdays. I was seeing him Fridays, and the other girl was seeing him Saturdays. Look at him. He even had him on a schedule.
Gotta
He's
keep
so
him
organized.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I gotta say, I did that once. But they weren't girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't.
Let's hear about it.
I'm not gonna give you details. I'm just saying that, like, that's not not an uncommon thing to have
was it
specific girls for specific days.
How long did that go on?
Like a month.
You're disgusting.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it was, like I said, none of them were.
I'm just
like,
an every other week girl to you, huh?
You're a Wednesday through Sunday girl.
So at least I get the majority of the days.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I hate you so much. So this nasty motherfucker was just rotating us in and out of his house. He even regifted my 6 months gift to the other bitch he'd been dating after me.
Yikes. I at least use condoms. I doubt that he does.
Yeah. This was heartbreaking, but made me the bad bitch I am today. We all showed up to his house unannounced and demanded answers and all... Hold on. Oh.
There's a movie that has a plot like that. Is it Bombshells? Nope, that's a different
No, I know
movie.
what you're talking about. They end up like all
meeting each other and like they go on a trip together or something.
To Costa Rica.
I think it's to Costa Rica.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. So I showed up to his house unannounced and demanded answers and all of our shit. And we want all of our shit back. The day he got back from Costa Rica, I asked him why he let me meet his daughter and his family if I was one of 3 girls he was dating, and his fucking response was, because you were the one I was going to keep around.
Okay, well, at least there's that.
I mean, that would make me feel a little special.
Yeah, you're the top bitch. Like,
yeah, so then I'd be like, ooh, I'm the top one, girls. You guys ain't shit. Like, wow. He liked me the best.
That would be an ego boost for you, and you'd probably be happy with it, quite honestly.
Probably. Don't call me out like that on the podcast, Chaz.
Jesus Christ, Nicole.
Spoken like a true douchebag. We also found out that he was fucking the single mom that he let come and stay. Well, we knew that.
Okay, we all knew that.
And there was another girl he was rotating in and out, but I don't remember her day of the week. She was assigned.
So we're up to 4.
Jesus.
He's got almost the whole week covered.
I mean, how does he have the energy?
I don't know.
That's a lot of sex.
It is. Aside from the sex, you're keeping tabs with 4 different girls. That's fucking exhausting.
I know.
And you know he's repeating stories and you're like, why?
Yeah.
Because you know it's like whatever happened to him that day, each girl's gonna ask him, how was work? And he's like, oh, well, the fucking guy on whatever did X, Y, and Z, and he's gotta tell that story 4 fucking times a day.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot.
So this is why men are trash and why I have major trust issues. I have another story I'll send you tomorrow. I didn't get a little girl.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, at least when I did it, I don't know how old he was, but I was definitely younger. And most of them, all but one, knew about the other ones. Because I wasn't dating any of them.
Oh, you're just fucking them?
Yes.
That's disgusting.
But at least I was honest about it. So I feel like that makes it better.
Okay. You do what you tell yourself what you need to tell yourself.
Okay. It was better than like getting strange all the time. It was always the same however many girls.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I used to do stuff like that all the time.
Yeah, it's easier.
I didn't like have a schedule though, but there's been times where like I'd been like casually dating like 2 or 3 dudes.
Yeah. But the difference is you're a fucking whore.
Oh, Chaz! I'm gonna wash your mouth out with soap at the end of this episode. And I don't think I was sleeping with them. I don't know. I guess I can't judge.
Yeah.
I think I've slept with like 3 people in one weekend.
That's fucking disgusting.
You just said that you did it too.
No, I didn't. That's not what I said. Your camera went out again.
Damn it.
I don't know what's going on with that one. Well, we're done anyway. That concludes another episode of the Trauma Bond Podcast, where your trauma is our collective journey in unhealthy coping. Thank you for listening. The Trauma Bond Podcast with Chaz
and Nicole.